Maria Monet, and welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about the importance of having a good community, specifically 3 things that my community has provided me in this transition phase that I am going through. In my first video, I talked about how I quit my job and now I'm doing this new journey that I know nothing about. And honestly, if it wasn't for me having a group of friends to be there for me, I don't even know how I would even be doing in this transition phase. So I wanted to point out 3 things. These are the 3 things that my community has provided me, and of course there are more that I can list here, but I only wanted to do just 3 of them that stood out to me the most. So the first one is encouragement. When I decided to quit my job, I remember it was like a Friday, and then the next day me and my friends went walking, and I remember being like, I'm gonna have to tell my friends I am quitting my job. And I remember me just telling them hey, I believe God is telling me to quit this job. I'm not, at the time I was I don't know what really I am doing. I don't know why he's telling me to do this. I just know he wants me to quit my job. And I remember them being okay, they were so encouraging to me. And not even knowing, like I said, they didn't even know what I was going to be doing. I didn't even know, but the fact that they were so encouraging to me, they gave me words of encouragement. They were okay, we're going to support you however that looks like. And then I remember a few weeks from that, I was okay, I think God is telling me to do content creation. And they're okay, like I said, at the time, they didn't realize what I was going to be doing, this content creation. They were just okay, we'll be there for you however we need to be there. I remember them giving the idea of having prayer nights, and every other weekend we were having prayer nights of just praying on the specific things that God was wanting each one of us to do. But just taking those moments to encourage each other, giving each other words of encouragement, praying for one another, just supporting in the different journeys, because we don't know specifically everything that God is telling us individually. I don't know what God is telling them individually, every specific thing, but I know that I support them and vice versa. So I think that was really important for me, them giving me encouragement and not being oh, you sure God told you that? Or girl, you gonna quit your job that you're comfortable with to do something you don't even know about, and girl, you're crazy. But I'm so thankful I have a group of friends that are I may not understand, but I'm gonna be there to support you however I can. So that's the first point, encouragement. The second one was accountability. Like I've said multiple times, this journey is so new to me, doing this content creation, and it is very hard for me to get in front of a camera and talk and be vulnerable and do these different things and try to market myself. It's taken a lot out of me, but I'm so thankful for my friends because they have been on me more than I would like them to be on me. But you know what, it could be a whole different thing to where they're you're on your own here. But they have been so they have really shown accountability of okay, you said that you're gonna post a video, why haven't you posted a video yet? You said you're gonna do this, why haven't you do this? Have you edited anything yet? And I'm just yes, at times it can be irritating because you're all right, I know I said this, okay, I know I said I was gonna do this, but give me some time. But I'm so thankful for my friends of being we're gonna hold you accountable, because if this is what God said and we believe in God, then we know that you're supposed to be doing this. So we're gonna make sure you're staying on top of it. So I'm so thankful for them because they are helping me be accountable for this for this new journey. And just the fact that we have little business brainstorm meetings, and not just with my specific stuff, but we talk about the things that they are doing as well. But just having these moments where we just brainstorm ideas, where we're just making sure we are keeping track with everybody's different journeys that they're doing. I'm just so thankful for the accountability. And then the third thing is just being able to help fulfill our purposes. I've said multiple times that I, like I just said, am new to this. There are things that my friends have strengths in that I am weak in. for one thing, video editing. I suck at video editing. I suck at this type of thing. And like, honestly, if I didn't know that my friends have strengths in this, like, I would have been having to do this by myself. Like, having to do, like, you know, edit everything and just do like the intro to the video and then the outro to it. Like, I wouldn't have been able to do that myself. I'm sure I could have looked at other YouTube videos or looked at tutorials, but I know me, I probably would have been like, this is just too much. Like, I'm not gonna do this. But I'm so thankful that I have created, you know, friendships that are not just surface level, that I actually know, like, my friends are good at specific things. I'm good at specific things. We can come together and collaborate with those strengths. So I'm so thankful. I remember with my first video, I was like, okay, I'm gonna record this video, and then like, how am I gonna edit this? Like, I remember calling up my friend, or texting my friend and being like, hey, are you busy on this day? Like, I just need you to help me edit, because I know that you're good at this. Like, can you just help me edit this thing? And then I remember her being like, okay. And you know, my other friend was there too, not knowing that she was also good at editing. So I'm like, okay. So I call them like my unofficial team, because they are good with like this type of thing. And I'm like, well, I'm good at this, we can collaborate. But I'm so thankful. I think it's very important to have people when you're doing your walk, however that looks like, right? Whatever journey that you are supposed to be doing, I think it's so important to have others around you. I don't think that like we are meant to live this life alone. I don't think that we're supposed to be fulfilling whatever we're supposed to be doing on this earth alone. There are people for us to be able to collaborate with, to learn with, to be able to support as well. And I'm so thankful, because like this journey, yeah, I wouldn't have been able to like honestly like start this how I'm starting this and continuing the momentum if it wasn't for like my group of friends, my community. So I'm so very thankful for them. I'm so thankful for just, you know, their support. And like I said, I also support them in the different things that they're doing. So that's the three things that I have, you know, has really stood out to me during this transition. Like I said, encouragement, accountability, and really like helping to fulfill our purposes. So like I said, these are the three things that stood out to me. I think it's important to have a good community around you to support you, and vice versa. Life is better with others. And in this transition journey, like, I'm having to lean on my friends more than I would say I've ever had to lean on. And I'm so thankful that they're willing to allow me to lean on them for things that I'm just not good at, for support, emotional support, like, you know, helping me with these videos. And so yeah, that's all I have. So yeah, thank you for watching. I am gonna get back on. I'm gonna do more videos. I have more ideas that I want to like, topics I want to talk about. But I'm just going on this momentum. I'm just trying to take everything step by step. So, you know, if you like, you know, this video today, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and until next time.